in the woods. It's your host, APZ. I'm here with
Luigi the photographer.
And this is episode 2.
Free
Roll that fast. Come on.
Alright.
So, Luis, how was your week?
Alright. I had a pretty good week. How about you?
Pretty good. Honestly, I was fucking pretty lazy this week, man. I didn't go in the gym as much, but something I always wanted to do. Wasn't as dialed in that. I was fucking up a lot at work too, man. It's pretty hectic. My chef, one of my chefs, my sous chef, he was going on vacation, so I was trying to do everything perfect before he left, and it just did not go like that.
Damn.
Yeah.
So how did you end up like getting through the day? If I don't know if there was some like mishaps, like were you under prepped or?
I think I wasn't really under prep. I think my brain, I just wasn't mentally ready. That's all it really was. I wasn't really focused. Like, for some reason, like my hand-eye coordination was a little off, but it is what it is. Now we're gonna fucking get ready for a better week for next week, right? It's Monday. It's a new week, so
Yes, sir.
keep it moving, right?
Yeah, I will say my personal fuck up this week was figuring out the mic situation. We really need a mic. We have a friend that maybe we could use his, but for now we're gonna have to use my camera mic, which is not the best. A lot better than the laptop, but that's it. Like, we're working on the podcast, getting so that we're more prepared when we're actually doing an episode, but we're gonna work with what we got, so here we are.
Yeah. Yo, so at work, do you like a slow day or a busy day at work? For example, like, would you rather like have the same amount of customers, but all of them come at one time, or like them all the same amount of customers, but it's like a steady day?
Oh man, well, definitely I prefer a steady day, but you can't choose what's gonna happen. So I guess I'm gonna go with busier, just because you get a lot more done. Like, you're in the zone as soon as you start. Like, you just kind of get thrown in to the wolves, I guess, kind of thing. And you're just busier. So like, if it's too slow, you're gonna be bored out of your mind. They're gonna make you do some extra cleaning and stuff that you don't really want to do. You're not making as much tips. So definitely prefer the busy day. Even if you're exhausted starting, like, you kind of get in the zone with it. What about you?
Me, I like a busy day because it's like, it doesn't feel like the day just goes by really fast. But then I'm also the type of guy who, like, I like doing everything as fast as possible and just chilling. So I'd rather like a nice rush and then just be chilling the rest of the day. Like a nice little morning rush and chill, and then a nice little lunch rush and chill.
Yeah.
And a nice little dinner rush. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah,
right?
well, there you go with the cook perspective versus the servers. Like, the servers obviously gonna want more money because more customers means more money.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas the chef is sometimes they might prefer with like having that thrill of the rush, but then you're getting the nice break to get some prep done and cleaning.
Maybe.
Alright.
Well, so this time we got some topics written down here. If you're wondering why I keep looking down, what's something you made this week?
Something I made this week?
Yeah.
Oh man. I made some piri chicken. Not some real piri chicken, just some piri seasoning. I bought the Nando's piri sauce. Well, actually,
Give me the basic recipe for that.
Basically, I just made some rice beforehand, simple rice, and then I did it the day before so I could make some chicken fried rice. You need your onions. I don't know. Really, I'm not really great at telling recipes like you are. I just had the piri seasoning, had the chicken in the oil, threw it in the air fryer, and then I chopped it all up, and then I threw it in the rice.
So now we're gonna take a break and get a word from our sponsors. Hey everyone, we have some awesome sponsor for our podcast, Tonx. They're not only sponsoring us, but they're also involved in some incredible projects. First off, They're in the process of creating an album with Xavier Solis as a follow-up to the EP that dropped earlier this year. It's going to be a musical journey you do not want to miss. But that's not all. They're also working on a groundbreaking sleep album, which will be the first ever 3D audio release. Imagine being immersed in a soundscape that takes you to a dreamland. And here's something special for all the artists out there. Tonx now offers a buy now, pay later services, providing financing options for those who want to create a full body of work. It's all about supporting artists and making their musical dreams more accessible. We are incredibly grateful to Tonx for their support and for joining us on this exciting journey. Stay tuned for more updates and exclusive content from Tonx. Thank you, Tonx, for believing in our podcast and the power of music. Slams.
Yes, sir. All right, thanks, Tonx Bros. We'll leave a link to their website in the descriptions, especially when we're posting like reels for the podcast episode. Basically, what they have is like a payment plan. So if you're an artist, you want to make an album, you don't have all the money up front.
Yeah.
Then you can they can figure that out with you. They can do a payment plan so that you're not doing everything in like one big payment.
It's pretty sick, bro.
So you're helping out people.
Also, shout out Spotify. We are now available on Spotify. Right now we are streaming via Kick, but we are available on Spotify after this. Pretty soon we're going to be available on all digital streaming platforms. Look out for Shack in the Woods everywhere that you listen to podcasts. So I also wanted to talk about like remote living. Like, how do you feel about living in the middle of nowhere, motherfucker?
Oh man, some days it's really fun and I wouldn't trade it for anything else. Other days I just want to get the hell out of here and I wish I had my own place in the city, but it is what it is. Like living in a shack in the woods, it's not the easiest thing to do. Groceries is like an hour drive, but you know what? We do it to do the thing we love, which is, customer service. Like we make food for people, we serve good food to people, we meet people, and just make time for great experiences. So it is what it is. It's like a sandbox here. You can do whatever you want. So that's one thing that I'll take from that.
Yo, I want to know, what do you feel about the fucking impact of technology, like the pros and cons of the impact of technology in the hospitality industry? So like the POS systems and shit like that.
I don't know. I'd say definitely restaurants I've worked in, they need to update their technology because a lot of times it's the technology that actually fails, like in the middle of dinner service. For example, I worked at this restaurant where the whole POS system shut down, and basically you have to write stuff down twice so that you're writing it down for the chef, writing it down for the bartender, and writing it down for yourself so you're keeping track. And then you have to write down your own times when you took the order so that you can have an idea about waiting times and stuff. So doing everything handheld when you're supposed to be doing the computer, figuring out payments when the whole system shut down, huge nightmare. So when it's working, service runs flawlessly. And then you have random days where the technology lets you down. So it's not even anyone's fault. It's just like, it is what it is.
Like for me, like I worked at this one place called Canadian Brew House, and they had screens and shit. And bro, the screens, I did Moxie's. Moxie's had the screens as well. I couldn't really understand it, but at Brew House, I fucking understood it. I basically just would put everything on the screen and just bump it all at the same time, because you know how I work, right? I like to just make as much as I can. And I felt like that was kind of sick, because there's no like confusion of what table is what's what. It was just like food bunch pops up on screen, make food, press button, boom.
At this restaurant, were you doing course meals, or was it just
there's appetizers,
straight fire?
everything.
Okay,
Everything.
wow.
It was like I would get like it would get like a fries, but even the screen would do that. So the screen would tell me make my fries like at this like the time for my fries to be hot by the time like my burger and everything's ready. So my like the screen would be like put burger on basically. So I'd put the burger on the grill, and all of a sudden the screen would be like, okay, start making fries, and then the burger and the fries are made at the same time. It wouldn't tell me to make a bun, so I don't have to be smart enough to know how to make a bun, but you know what I mean? It would time it all up. So all your courses are all timed out from the computer and everything. So like, but that's the one thing I don't know. Like, I don't think the servers were able to be like, yo, like, kids, time for they want their food. It was just kind of like, or if they did, it'd probably just be like, all right, they want their food now, and it all just pops up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was sick.
Yeah.
I'm not an expert.
Would you say it's hard to expo? Like, have you ever been on an expo position, or?
What do you mean?
Like, do you
At
do your
that
own?
place?
Do you do your own expoing?
At that place, or like in general?
I assume this is
Brew up.
one of the brew house.
Yeah.
Okay. So tell me what it's like working at brew house.
Brew up. Oh fuck. It was a great fucking experience. Yeah, it was a great experience. The chef hired me and my buddy low-key off of a prank. Love you though. We were doing this prank to like try and like go into a job and like just do the stupidest fucking interview ever and see if we get hired. We basically walked in and we were like, yeah, we love the party. We love to cook, but like we're gonna come in late. And we're like, it was a funny ass. We never came out. Me and Cammy, shout out to Cammy. And then we ended up getting hired because everything we said, like, he took seriously, but like he hired us in a way where like we kind of got punished, but not punished. So like we said we're gonna be coming in late, so we're always on night shift. So we always got off at like 1 o'clock, like 1:30, sometimes 2 a.m. Like super late. That was an experience because like we're in Banff, right? So like we'd get off and then still like go out. So I'd get off at like 12 o'clock, and like still be at the club somehow. I don't know how, but I'd still be at the club. And yeah, it was an experience. It was fun though. Besides the fucking going out after work part, yeah, it was pretty smooth. Like there was a really good team there. I enjoyed my time there a lot. The reason why I left because I had to go out to out back east. So yeah. Okay.
I remember those days. Like, I'd be in a similar situation. So I'd get off work, let's say 11:30 p.m. Drive an hour to meet this guy. Wait for him to get off work. And I'm like messaging him. I'm like, yo, like, anyway, you can get me a beer, or whatever. He's like, yeah, man. So, you know, my beers are covered because this guy, you know, works there or whatever. So yeah, it was pretty good. It was a good experience to like drive out to Banff, meet you there, and then go out to the club, have a place to crash because you're my homie, you know.
Yeah, that crib was lit.
Chill. It was chill.
A lot of people say a lot of shit about Mama G's crib, but Mama G's crib was sick. Like, it was pretty clutch. Like, it's right downtown, so it's like 5 minutes away from downtown. So everybody can go out, have a great night, and then just go back to Mama G's or end up wherever the fuck we ended up.
I just love that it was 30 seconds from the grocery store.
It was 30. Oh, that was fucking so sick. The amount of time I was going in there, 5 minutes before it closed, was like, they hated me for that. What is your good example of good service?
An example of good service?
Yeah, I know. Fuck out of that.
All right. How about like, what's a example of a great guest experience, kind of thing, or?
Yeah, good service, or like great guest experience, like good service.
All right. Okay. Yeah. I guess in front of house, you focus on guest experience, I guess. So good service would be, you know, making sure that the customer is happy. How? You are attentive as soon as they walk through the door. Someone walks in, especially at the restaurant we work at right now. It's a bit confusing because there's different restaurants. There's not a ton of signs saying where to go. You kind of have to ask the front desk which is kind of weird walking into a restaurant. Like you're also at the hotel, you're confused because anyone can go eat there. You don't have to be at the hotel. So it was a bit of confusion for any guests coming in. So I gotta make sure as soon as I see them, I welcome them. Like me, I'll say like welcome to the lounge, just so they have an idea where they're like, oh, like we're here to have dinner. I'm like, yeah, you can have dinner here as well. There's also the Mount Burgess Diner. Yeah, just attentive, a bit instructive. Like because I have to let them know like you can sit anywhere you'd like, or I have to tell them like, hey, there's a 15-minute wait. If you'd like, you can sit in the lobby, and then I'll come get you. Sometimes I'll ask their name, or I'll just kind of remember their shirt. I'll be like, okay, I'll remember. I'll find you. Stay right there. I'll find you in 10 minutes when I have a seat available. Just making sure things are like they understand what's going on as soon as they walk through the door, and that'll kind of set it up for the rest of their stay. So if anything goes wrong, I can communicate with them. I'm like, hey, sorry, like, maybe the ticket got lost, or I made a mistake, or maybe the kitchen made a mistake. I try to be as honest as possible. Actually, it's pretty known in this industry where servers will actually throw the kitchen under the bus. So let's say you're a server, you forgot to ring their drink in, and sometimes like, their food. Let's say you forgot to ring their food in, like their appetizer or something. It's best to be honest, so like I never throw the kitchen under the bus if it wasn't their mistake. I'll always be upfront. I'll be like, hey, so sorry, I forgot this, but I have it coming right away. It's just gonna take this long. Why don't you like have this instead or whatever in the meantime? Let's say bring them a snack or something, and that'll kind of smooth things over. So not all service is gonna run perfectly, and you just do your best to communicate and attentive.
Yeah, we communicate both. So I say from the back of the house perspective, a good service would probably be like being prepared. So it's funny I say that because like anybody who knows me, I do fucking suck at that. I'll say that I'm working on it. Like sometimes it'll take me a long time to get a bill out, but I try to make sure the food is as good as it possibly can. And I don't like to put anything bad out. But,
so are you talking about like you're not doing enough prep beforehand and that's slowing you down?
No, I don't think it's me not doing enough prep beforehand. I think sometimes it's like, I honestly don't know. Like I have this like mental clock when it comes to food. Like if I put a burger on, I have a way of making the burger, and I make the burger the exact same way every single time. So I hope it comes out the exact same time every time. But like sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes it does. Sometimes it'll come out super fast. Sometimes it'll come out super slow. Most of the time, whenever I'm like in the middle of service, I fucking stand beside that fucking printer in every job I'm in. So I try and get it out. Like as soon as the fucking chick comes out, I'm making the food. It's not like the chick comes out, I put it on, I just sit there and talk. There's times when that happens, but most of the times when that happens, like I just fucking most of the times when that happens, I just like fucking make it as fast as possible and I say, yo, my bad, but fuck, it is what it is. Another example of good service from the back house perspective, I think, is presentation, like making sure like I call it our sidewalks are clean, you know what I'm saying? You gotta make sure those rims and the plates are nice and clean, you gotta make sure the food's put on the plate nice, not just like slopped on the plate, you know what I mean? Stuff like that, you know?
Yeah, there's also a good balance between like being clean and being fast. I noticed like some cooks, like maybe you give yourself shit for like some of your cooking times, but when you plate food, it comes out clean, it comes out nice, like the food is always looking good. Even if it might take, even if it takes like a minute or two longer than the other cook. Whereas I know another cook, he's really fast and he's really good at what he does. But I noticed, let's say for example, if he's pitting soup, like there's always stuff all over I can't even wipe it off. I have to grab another bowl and just pour it in. And that ruins the garnish of the soup. I might have to ask him to like re-garnish it. So he's just wasting time because he didn't pour the soup in properly. You just ladle it in properly. Whereas someone like you, you're like something as simple as soup, it looks clean.
My fucking advice would be to just show him how to ladle soup out. Then I ladle soup out. He's like, yo, like make sure there's no rim there. fucking gets offended, then he gets offended. It's just what if they get offended, they get offended. But just show them how to do it right.
Yeah, I do know actually how to ladle soup properly. But but I guess like I'm at a point where I've been serving so long and I haven't been in the kitchen. I feel inexperienced in the kitchen, so I don't feel comfortable telling a cook who's been doing this for years and doing this and knows way more about the food and everything what to do. Because there's actually a situation where this new girl came in and she was on the line, and it was like chicken fingers. She didn't put fries in like a kid's chicken fingers because it's one of those things like fries. You will always see the side of something and it'll say fries. Whereas with the kid's fingers, it's like it will never say that. It'll just say kid's fingers, so it's just chicken fingers and fries, obviously, right? But all they see is kids' fingers. New girl obviously didn't understand. But any restaurant you go that has chicken fingers, it's gonna be just like that. And then I was like, hey, like you need to make sure that you're putting fries in. And then she comes out with like a burger. She didn't put fries with the burger. And then that one actually did say side fries. I'm like, all right, come on, like let's go. And then I had to tell her what to do. And even though I'm a server, and then there was a situation where I told her to do something and I was actually incorrect. And then a cook came in, like Drew, my man Drew, he came in, he's like, no, actually what he's saying is wrong, like you're supposed to do it like this. And so that's when I was like, okay, I'm gonna pipe down. I'm not gonna tell a cook what to do. I'm just gonna go, like, if it's a new person.
To me, that means like you just gotta like make sure that you're confident. Like, doesn't mean you gotta pipe down. It means like make sure you're confident when you're saying. If you're not confident when you're saying, don't say anything. Like,
well, that's what I mean. I was confident because I thought I was correct about. I think it was like a certain plate to use or something.
Yeah.
Like nothing crazy. But it's just like, okay, like I'm not gonna like talk like I know what I'm doing when I'm a server and they're the ones doing this part of the work. I'm gonna let them figure out how to do their job.
Another way to route that is just like talk to the supervisor in the situation. Like,
well, yeah, that's what I do,
bro. Like, show buddy how to fucking scoop some soup. Your buddy doesn't know how to scoop soup, buddy.
Yeah.
What the fuck? You see what I'm doing here?
Well, I'm not too worried about the soup right now.
Yeah. Yeah.
You got more topics, or?
I think you're answering most of our topics here.
All right. Anything else you want to freestyle? You want us to talk about your weekend?
Yo, bro.
We should talk about our plans.
How was the fucking Halloween? How was Halloween?
Oh my gosh. Do we really want to go into how Halloween went?
I feel like I know what you're going with that. Just like, be smart.
Okay. Okay, here we go.
I want to know how your Halloween went. I don't want to know a fucking story about anything crazy. You know what I'm saying?
All right.
I don't want to know a story about anything crazy. I just want to know how your Halloween went. Was it fun? Was it shitty?
All right. Well, I had a pretty good Halloween. Got a party with some friends. A couple of friends who used to work here came through. Like Jasper and Charlotte, they came kind of like the night before. We had some more like Halloween, like beer pong going and all that.
That was fun.
And then when it came to the real party, clocked off work, I come down, I changed into my robe because I didn't really have a costume, so I just kind of put a robe on.
Okay.
Maybe I'm Hugh Hefner, I don't know. I don't really celebrate.
I don't even know what I was, but I think about it. I don't even really know it.
Yeah.
Do they even have a costume on? I just kind of my baby hoodie on.
I think, were you not dressed?
I just have my baby hoodie on, yeah.
Anyways,
Just have a hoodie on.
yeah, it was a good party. Like, I got there, and I remember one of my friends who's a good one of the cooks here. He was completely wasted. This guy doesn't.
Chill.
This guy doesn't drink at all.
Yeah, he's wasted. Yeah.
But,
shout out to him. That's my boy.
Yeah. I didn't say what position he's in. This guy, he was. I'm not talking about that guy. I'm talking about a guy. He comes up. So a good friend of mine. He comes up and he's like, yo, what's up? And he's like, I'm like, whoa, like, okay, it's this kind of party. So I walk in and someone who doesn't really go out, he doesn't drink at all. He's you know, like he's in party mode. So I'm like, okay, it's one of these. And then
Fuck,
this
bro.
whole room, completely full of people.
Dark.
There's people.
Couldn't see shit.
There's people here who I don't even know, and you know, it's really funny because you know you're always gonna see people at a party that you don't know. Like it makes sense. But here, it's like it's only people we work with.
Yeah.
So there's people who don't work here. You're like, who are you? What are you doing here? And yeah, it's a good time. You get some conversation going, meet some people.
Before I got in, I remember the first thing I do is just start slamming drink. I walk up to the back, everyone's like, yo, take a shotgun. I just slammed 2 or 3 drinks. Someone's like, take a shotgun. I'm like, alright, fuck it, take a shotgun. I'm about to go back in, like, oh, let's drink another shotgun. So I'm like 6'4", 5'6", oh, fuck no. I'm deep in beers. I come out here, and the whole entire vibe of here just changes. Like, there was like a little bit of people here, and then I come home, and it's just like, bare motherfuckers everywhere. I started like trying to do a little DJ and shit. Yeah, I forgot about that. This was also shout out the 26th. We're gonna be DJing and hosting an event. About Papers is gonna be hosting an event called Silly Cilantro here. So look up for more information about that. How long do we have right now? We have 25. Yeah, when I need to get like around 25 minutes in the first 5 or so.
My camera's still on. Hello.
Hope so. Pretty sure we can see it on the fucking laptop. Isn't that good?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, about 30 minutes. Shock in the Woods. My bad, it's not.
Shock in the Woods.
Episode 2. Again, thank you, Tonx, seriously, for the sponsoring. Yeah.
Yeah, shout out to those bros in Toronto. You know, they're working really hard. They're doing what they do. So I know APZ over here has got a lot of connects in Toronto. So if you're in the GTA area, hit up Tonx Bros. We'll send their link to their Insta. We'll send a link to their website. So if you want to take your career seriously and you want to do the next thing, you want to, they can take you to the studio. They can mix and master. They can do everything from recording, telling you, okay, actually, we're going to need to do that again. Oh, hey, actually, we're going to do another take. Up until they're doing all the work where they're mixing and mastering, and you're basically just relying on them to, you know, make sure your album is sonically correct. So I really like the work they do. So shout out to those guys. Definitely tune in to our next episode. Episode 3 of Shack in the Woods next Monday.
Coming soon.
So it'll
also
be...
fucked up on the vlogs this week, man. I wasn't really filming as much. I was just focusing on like getting the shit together, and I was really just lazy and shit to keep it funky with you. So
Alright, you don't have to be depressed about it, kid.
not depressed about
Alright.
fuck. I was just lazy as fuck. Like, I was like, my arm was hurting. It's a lot better now, so that's the reason why I'm gonna be more dialed. My arm was hurting, so like I feel like it was just growing or something. But it was bad, man. Like I wasn't able to like pick shit up sometimes, so I felt like that was fucking bad. So I tried to make it heal as much as possible. So we're gonna be dialed in the gym, and we're gonna have a lot more videos coming soon as well. We're gonna be dropping more food videos as well. I've made some chicken parmesan fucking bites. I think I did some shit like that. Yeah, so you're gonna see that soon. Yeah. Stay tuned for next week. Shop in the Woods.
Alright, thanks guys.